big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man. Check the wrist, man. Got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me cause her blame, she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counted, that's a big.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Los Angeles Rams. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, baby. At their own 26-yard line.
Set. 18 Gator. Look at me. Zipper. Nice.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
To the air again, Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Throwing on 2nd down, Tannehill. Dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete. That one broken up by David Long on the defensive end.
Now that's a great play defensively, and one thing we do know, both of the corners are going to face a lot of action in this game. The way that offense likes to fling it around.
The safeties, they better be ready to be engaged as well.
Mike, 53, Mike.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Back to throw. Goff. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. 16 yards is the pickup there at a first down for L.A.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
23 yards on the play. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Mike 20.
54. Mike 54. Watch the screen. Pass. 54.
Hey, 76. 76.
54.
76. Hey, orbit. Carlos up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Goff nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
24 is the mic.
Core now.
Switch.
From the gun, here's Goff. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Harold Landry, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 2nd quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line. You ain't got nothing. Get.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
I don't think you got it, son. Switch.
Yep. Let's go.
first down carry for Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Let's go, B. Big series.
Hey, Hayward. Fight.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Ready? 8, read.
Let's go one more.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Christian, Travis. Good. Hey, Foxtrot. Go.
Tannehill on third down. The open man is Smith. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Max box, right. Whip. Watch the whip.
Out of the gun, Geis. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Tannehill. It's caught. Humphries. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Tannehill on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check 26. Watch the safety creep.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Buying time to his left. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Mike 50. Hell, you won. I'm coming after you. Deuce.
All right, let's go.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. A gain there of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
180.
Hey, watch the slant.
Shell.
Hey, check. Mike 50.
You better be afraid of me.
Check. Fresno.
Go, 12, go.
They'll run on first down. It's Henderson, and he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10
50's the mark. 50's the mark. I'm coming after you.
Now it's gone. And his pass incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
50's the mark. 50's the mark. Come on, D.
Gone. His throw incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Here's Gone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Got him in, it's Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch tight end. Hey. 4 down.
Now gone. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Here we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Watch the run.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, Henderson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
It's our time.
That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Mike's 50. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time.
Goff now to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. This is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 47 yards.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll run here with Henderson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
And he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Robert Woods, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams have taken the lead. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Go.
Derrick Henry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll try the right side with Henry. Pushes past him. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Set, 8-3.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
1st and goal.
Go! 60 outlaw.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now it's Henry, and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Move. 4 down, 4 down. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Come, come. 24 is the mic. All day, baby, all day.
Goff now looks to throw. And Woods has it complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Goff now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
They run once more with Henderson. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
You got 3, you got 3. 3 down, 3 down.
Goff now looking to throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Staying open. Staying open. And we're going 37 seconds.
To throw is gone. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. He goes full extension, and he's got it. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year, and it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. And Zerline's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henry. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Back to throw. He'll get this complete to Batson. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Look at me. 6, 5.
He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Hey, dude.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
He's got his running back, Darius Geis. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line. And with 4 seconds remaining, they will call the timeout. So just enough of a cushion there to bring on the field goal unit and try to send this one to the extra session. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for goal. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage. Just looking down at this with a naked eye, looks like they have about 1.5 yards. Any chance they go for it here?
There's a chance, but I have to say, punt the ball here. Get rid of this thing and try and help your defense a little bit. I know there's that temptation, and I know people have it on their play sheet. I have that one play that'll get me what I need, but if you don't get it, you pretty much handed the game to the other team.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Henry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
15, line, 15 line. Take the mirrors back and go full strip. No.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
On the double. 38. Oh, you got deep? Undercrunch.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd.
Bravo. Bang, 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 bang. 48. Go. Defense.
Now Tannehill with his first throw in OT. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. David Long, the rookie from West Virginia, there defensively. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They snap it to Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Henry. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I'm coming.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Titans, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year.